Hey y'all, welcome to day 12 of Christy's Beautiful Life Best of 30 Days of Sketches. Apparently, I counted photos in the album and didn't look at the dates, and I had got the days mixed up. But I think I got it figured out now. So we are on day 12, and this is today's sketch. It is from For the Love of Pretty Paper, a UK scrapbooking group on Facebook. The sketch is by Laura Rumble, beadsbuttonsanbirds.blogspot.co.uk. So it's basically a sunburst pattern with a photo in the middle, your title, and a place for journaling and some splatters. So for this layout, I chose Echo Park's For the Love of Paper Crafting that came out 2, maybe 3 years ago. And this is my completed layout. Make sure I'm in frame. So I used just a pink cardstock as the background. And I did struggle with this layout because I just took a pencil and a ruler and just started cutting shapes and placing them on my paper, and I cut them originally way too large, and I kept having to shave it down till I finally got to the size that I was happy with. So I just, kept trimming off of it and placing it, trim and place, trim and place. So some of the pieces, well, I took my distressing tool. I don't have it quite handy. I have a little distressing tool, and I took it and roughed up my edges and inked the edges with a brown, and then 3 of the pieces I layered on another piece of pattern paper. And in the sketch there was stitching on the actual burst, but I did some stitching in between where I had some larger gaps, and instead of a small photo I used 2 photos, and I did some embellishing around my photos with some stickers and little buttons, and here's some florals. So I just kept it tight into around the photo. I did not do any ink splattering on this one. I used the title, I Love to Craft, and of course here's another one I haven't journaled on. And I was going to journal on it this weekend, and it just didn't happen. And I'll talk about that in a minute. It's not related to this series. So I'll talk about it at the end. If you don't want to hear it, then you don't have to listen to it. Anyway, I'm going to put my journaling here, and basically what I'm going to talk about is when I'm in my craft room or I'm scrapbooking, it's kind of the place where I can just kind of forget about everything that's going on around. It's like my little happy bubble, and I just, all the stress and the worries kind of melt away for a while, and gives me peace and calmness. So I'm grateful to have my scrappy space and this hobby, because it is really kind of like therapeutic for a lot of us who like to craft. So that is my layout, and here is the sketch again. So I think I pretty much followed it. I mean, you can tell this layout's based off of this sketch. So I'll come back and just talk a little bit about my struggles. Okay, so like I said, this is not part of Christy's Beautiful Life Best of series, but I just wanted to talk for a minute about my current struggles. I put some lovely paper down that I like. This is called Thankful by Photo Play, and I really adore these papers because I wasn't going to turn the camera around because I'm already showered and in my jammies because it is hot. It's almost 8 o'clock in the evening and it's 90 degrees outside with a temperature that feels like 97. I mean, you can't go outside for 5 minutes. You'll be sweating, and it's a little too early for that, and we haven't had a lot of rain. So that's just misery right there. And I am in the midst of putting together some of the Simply Tidy cubes from Michael's, trying to get some more organization in my craft room, and everything is very disarray. It was disarray before, hence the purchase of some products, but it's very disarray right now. And just going through stuff and looking at stuff and just feeling a little overwhelmed by the amount of product versus my input versus my output. I've had a lot of input over a lot of years. And sometimes that input continued with no output. And I do scrapbook regularly. I do not produce as much as I would like to because I am a slow scrapbooker. I enjoy the process, so I don't really mind that part too much. But all the product purchasing that I have done, you know, from Tuesday morning over the years, and I'm kind of glad that their pickings are pretty slim because that temptation is not there. Because, you know, if I didn't buy it at regular price, I'm buying it just because it's on sale. Because it's a good deal. You know, we're all guilty of that sometimes. So I'm just struggling up here in my craft room with stuff. It's hot. It's miserable outside. Oh my gosh. My poor chickens are outside in their coop, in their run, just panting. And I gave them some cold fruit, and I put them a little thing of water out there that they could get in and cool off, and tried to introduce that to them, and they didn't like it too much. But I left it there in case they're feeling a little adventurous. But between that and just this mess that I have up here that's been ongoing, but now is 10 times worse. But, you know, as I say, it's got to get worse before it gets better. So if you're out there trying to get your product under control, you're not alone. Let me know. I'm going to get through it, yes. It's not really a big worry, you know, compared to the things that go on in life, but it does get a little aggravating. So, thanks for listening to me, and we'll see you next time. Bye.